Welcome to this brief introduction session on the master's program in Sustainable and Autonomous Systems at the University of Oulu. My name is Ranjula and I will be the host for this discussion. Let's before we begin anything, let's start with a brief introduction.
Hi, my name is Jari Hannu. I'm the degree director in the degree program of Electronics and Communication Engineering, and I've been also involved in building this Sustainable and Autonomous Systems master's program to our degree program or faculty.
Okay. Thank you for being here today. And this degree program is a new major to the university curriculum. What are the thoughts behind this starting a new major called Sustainable and Autonomous Systems at the University of Oulu? And what are the expectations from this program?
So the initial start with the program was that we had a cooperation with the University of Vaasa, which is something like 300 to 300 kilometers away from here, so another university. So we built this program together. So we are having this different kind of aspects in engineering and ICT from our universities. Vaasa area is mainly considered as part of automation engineering and energy kind of part of the engineering part. So they have these kind of sustainable ideas in their research and education. And our background again is quite good in electrical engineering, communication engineering, and computer sciences. So we are bringing those aspects as from the smart sides of the systems to the engineering program. So it's a joint project with two universities. It's starting this year, so it's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So this program is a new program, and there are a lot of programs offered by the IT faculty at the University of Oulu. So it might be a little bit confusing for students to choose between the other programs. So when they want to apply, when they are searching for a program to apply, then they might be a little bit confusing because there are like a lot of programs they are offered by the ITE. So Ayari, who should apply for this program, and what kind of career objectives should they have if they want to apply for this program?
So the program is built in that way that the students who are mainly interested on like sustainable systems or autonomous systems. So those are the backgrounds which are both in there, put in the name also. And we are trying to build and educate engineers, masters in engineering in the field that they can, when they are doing development in companies and doing design, product development and that kind of tasks, they can also consider the sustainability part in their views when they're taking care of the many aspects in there. There might be the sustainability might be, for example, in saving energy kind of thing, or how they can involve like the smart kind of city aspects when they are doing different kind of engineering devices and systems for the society.
Okay, that's really good. I think that's very helpful for students who are searching for courses, searching for courses to apply for master's program. So, thank you. And could you tell a little bit what are the main requirements in this application process for this program?
So the application process, we are looking for bachelors, again, in engineering. We have quite broad kind of background is accepted. So we have electrical engineers, electronics, telecommunication, then automation engineering, computer sciences and computer engineering. So that kind of background. So mainly if you have good English language credentials, of course, and then you have some kind of view how to use, for example, programming. So that's the one, mainly the one of the things that you can program software and understand also how the electrical systems work. So you can also do some circuit design and that kind of tasks, but quite diverse kind of group which we are looking for.
Yes. So yeah, thank you. And maybe you have already explained a bit about the main requirements and also like what are what kind of things the faculty is looking for. And could you add a little bit to that, like what the faculty is actually looking for in this admission process, and also what will contribute to a strong application?
So we need, if I now remember correctly, we need a CV from the student. We also, of course, need the degree certificates, which they had from their previous studies. And if you haven't achieved your bachelor's degree yet, so you can also, we have to have some kind of confirmation that you will finish it by time and get the degree papers before we can accept you. Then there are there was a motivation letter at least, and this kind of where they explain to students how they can, why they are interested in this field and why they are applying for this program. Mainly those kind of things. So people should know when they are applying, what they are applying for, and we should understand why they would be achieved in this program.
Yeah. Thank you. And for those students who are looking to apply for this program, then they want to know what kind of program structure that this program has. So what is actually the program structure and how it follows through these 2 years?
So first of all, you have general studies in here. So that's 10 to 15 credit points, the general studies there, which is also some language studies and introductory to sustainable system. Then and autonomous systems also. Then we have this kind of basic study package, which includes environmental sensing. Then there's sustainable systems and of course autonomous systems, different kind of course packages which are offered by our university, but also the University of Vaasa. So you can take the courses in this university and also that other university. And then you have a bunch of courses there which you can have to supplement your degree and also have advanced courses from the different degree programs at our university. And of course, in the end, there's the master's thesis, which is again 30 credit points and covers quite well the area which you are working on.
Okay, that's really great. And in this master's program, from the name itself, sustainable and autonomous systems, and is there like are there any options of studies that the students can choose to shape their career path according to their own interest? Could you mention the value of this part of program?
So yes, we have this program in the end. We have the supplementary studies or advanced studies. So for example, and then there, if you think that you don't have enough or you want to go in some direction where you want to have more programming skills, so you can take programming courses in there, or if you want to take more electrical engineering or electronics design kind of courses, you can also include those to your degree from the supplementary studies. So there are many different kind of options in there.
Okay, that's really great. Thank you. And from your perspective as the director of this program, Jari, could you talk about the possibilities of the job opportunities, maybe internships, both inside and outside the university? Because from other programs as well, like they also have certain job aspects for their own program. So with this being a new program, so how about the job opportunities and internships and maybe inside and also outside the university?
So, well, outside from university, we have actually now two different industrial areas. We have the Oulu area, which we have big kind of industry in telecommunications and related kind of ICT working engineering companies here. Then we have the Bay Area in Vaasa, where they have the companies, for example, for energy industry. So the sustainability comes from there. They have a lot of automation engineering companies in there. and also ICT-related companies in that area. So we have, for our students, we have now 2 different kind of regions where it's quite easy to get internship at the companies. And of course, you can get internships at the universities. So there's possibility that you can do a traineeship at the university and maybe even the master's thesis there also. And from there, if you are doing really well, so maybe we can consider you as a doctoral student there also.
Okay, that's really interesting. So here we come to the end of this discussion, and thank you for being here today. And to remind the applicants, please be aware that the applications for this master's program in sustainable and autonomous systems both open and end in January. So the applicants should watch their emails for further communication about interviews and acceptance, and also for the enrollment process. So that's all for today, and thank you.